Testing. There we go. Hello. Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Hear me okay? Music okay? How's things going? Has everybody been getting into their Armaggeddon stuff? How to find building speeders? Pretty quick-ish. Maybe 2 hours per speeder. But I felt they were fine enough. Greetings, Harry. Greetings, Kata. I did one speeder, like stock, right? Like just the basic. I don't really like these heads that they come out at ships with, to be honest with you. But I did one speeder stock, if that's what we're calling it. And then I did one speeder with like beak heads, because beaks are cool. These things off the Blood Angels upgrade sprue. This thing off the Ball Predator. This little thing off like a Terminator thing. And then a helmet. A beak helmet with like a targeter from a Devastator squad. So I've got one that's significantly cooler than the other one, I feel like. I usually do that with the easy to build stuff. So you've got one that's like, I guess stock, like just the basic, and then you've got one that's kind of a bit more thematic, I guess. So some easy painting to start with tonight, then just slapping on the Evil Sun Scarlet, which is nice. Sometimes it's nice to have easy painting, isn't it? 2 speeders, yeah, I think so. I'm going to drop the Repulsor and the Ballistus Dreadnought from my list. And I'm going to replace them with 2 speeders, and dare I say it, a squad of Reavers. My painted Reavers that have been sat in a drawer for like 5 years, they're coming out this week. Evening, High Ground. Evening, Craig, how you doing? Because I think Reavers, I think I didn't mention Reavers in this week's Tactics video, but I had so many people leave me comments like, John, you overlooked Reavers, and I was like, yeah, obviously I have, because Reavers are, up until now, I don't think I've cared about them. But I think Games Workshop overlooked them as well, right? Because they didn't change the points cost on them. So they're cheaper than Assault Intercessors now. You're serious? What do you mean I'm serious? Yeah, I'm serious. I keep meaning to pick up some speeders for eBay. Well, I was originally thinking that I might do 3 speeders. I mean, I could always proxy one of my old Landspeeders as the new one for a hot minute and see if I like 3. But shooting is in a weird, like, yeah, I've only played the 2 games, but like, shooting seems to be much more, if you're just taking 1 or 2 shooting units, I don't know how. I feel like the Ballistus Dreadnought's done okay in 11th edition because of the rerolls to hit all the time, but like, I'm just not convinced on. Well, I guess I'm not convinced on the transport, the Repulsor, and I'm not 100% convinced on the Ballistus. And Blood Angels used to be really thematic. We used to always want to run Landspeeders. I don't know if you remember when we used to always be Blood Angels running Landspeeders. So obviously I only got my box. When did the game come out? Was it last Saturday? Yeah. So I couldn't have used the speeders last week because that's literally release day. So I think I built one of the speeders on like Tuesday or Wednesday night, got it spray painted and undercoated, And then I just finished building this other speeder this afternoon and got it sprayed. Do you leave the speeder's cockpit red? I mean, I'll paint the guys inside. I'm just going to paint it like I paint a tank. I'm going to undercoat the whole... Well, what I'm doing right now is I'm going to coat the whole thing in Evil Sun Scarlet, and then... Yeah, I mean... I'm going to give the guys in the tank, the guys in the cockpit yellow helmets, if that's what you're asking. But yeah, I usually genuinely think that if you're just going to run one shooting unit, it's probably a waste of time. You usually always need two. One unit very rarely kills one enemy unit, right? Especially for Blood Angels. Hello, Xander. So yeah, my thought behind the speeders is to have two of them, and it's quite cheap to have two of them. I think it's 190 points, which seems like it could be cheap enough that I could make that work. And then I guess, you know, 190 points versus the Ballistas and Repulsor is 320. So then I've got room to have a squad of Reavers. Campbell, you'll be happy. Did I see yesterday's reveals? Was there actually anything new for Space Marines? I saw that they had like new box sets and stuff with like combat patrols and stuff, but there was nothing. There's no new models, right? I did fire up the stream and watch it for a minute or two, and then I looked on the Warhammer website this morning when I had my kid at football lessons, but I didn't actually see anything new for Marines. Space Marines got a new lieutenant? Oh really? I missed that. What's his loadout? Anything good? I mean, I can't imagine there's a lieutenant with a loadout that we don't already have, right? Oh, and there's nothing? So, are you trolling me? Is there a new lieutenant? Is there not a new lieutenant? Respect for doing vehicles with an airbrush. Oh, dude, I don't own an airbrush. The only place that I would have in my house to do airbrushing would be my garage. I've converted my garage into like a little home gym. I'm very, very, very into my fitness these days. So, yeah, I'd have to get rid of my gym, I guess, to do some airbrushing. And I'm not really willing to give up my gym. I'm addicted to the games. How many am I painting? I'm gonna paint 2, right? But like, look at the state of this brush. It's a giant brush. It's not like I'm being active with it. Slap that paint on there. That's how you do it without an airbrush. I've done all my vehicles without an airbrush, including the super heavy tank. Super heavy tank took me like a month to paint, I think. I'm about 90% done with my speeder. Nice. I'm probably just going to get it up to 3 colors as quickly as humanly possible. It's usually how I get all my new stuff up to 3 colors. And then once they're at 3 colors, I can play them in a few games and decide, like, basically, like, the minimum battle ready is where I go to. Get them played in a few games, see if I feel like they're any good, see if it's going to be worth me running them long term, and then if it is going to be something I'm going to run long term, then I'll put more time and effort into it. The lieutenant is on a big rock with a power sword and a plasma pistol. He has an iron halo. Okay, so like literally nothing new. I mean, I think we've had lieutenants with power swords for... Lieutenant Tolmeron had a power sword, and he came out right at the start of, was it 8th edition? I mean, I guess he'll have a new sculpt. Cool. I don't really buy the lieutenants. I feel like there was a time when I bought every single new Space Marine release. But we've just had so much garbage that I haven't bought every new release for a while. Things that were garbage, or like, you know, like the Hammerfall bunker. I did actually eventually get round to buying an Invader ATV, but I've never played it. Or maybe I played it like one time. And it didn't get it very... I think I just sprayed it red, and played it one time, sprayed red, and then I was like, I don't really like the ATV, I don't know what it does. Apparently there's a new captain on a bike. Oh, I already have a Primaris captain on a bike. I made him like a whole edition ago when you remember when I used to always run a captain on a bike with a Thunderhammer and an Infernal Pistol? Back when you could give him an enhancement to give him like I think you could give him like, could you not give him an enhancement that gave him a once per game 3-up invuln? So I made a Primaris captain on a bike way back then. Are we thinking about using Outriders? I mean, I think Outriders are totally fine. I think Outriders were good at 80 points. They're 70 now. I guess they don't have quite the same level of protection in terrain that infantry do, right? Because they can't be hidden because they're on bikes and stuff. But I think their damage output is good for 75 points. I feel like a captain on a bike really needs to have a Thunderhammer though. I think in general Space Marine captains, ever since they nerfed the Thunderhammer, have been a little bit lackluster. Unless you're using like the once per game. Do you think Reavers can come back in lag? Yeah, I'm going to use them in lag this week on the battle report. I don't really think I care about their AP1 precision. I just think that the deep strike thing, the fact that they get deep strike for 75 points, I think that's going to be super useful. Especially with lag requiring you to play take and hold, right? So the second, I mean, and Reavers have scout as well. So you literally have a choice there whether you scout them up the board at early game and take something and score points early game, or you deep strike them in and score points later in the game. I think for 75 points, I mean, I was half thinking of running 2 squads of Reavers, honestly. I kind of forgot that they had deep strike, because don't play them all. Don't play them ever, really, right? Nobody plays them. Thunderhammers should be Terminators only. I mean, they were for a while and then they weren't, right? It's been a long time since Terminators were the only Thunderhammers. Do you think... I mean, I think with the new Battle Shock system, you are right. Reavers would be a little bit more of a worry. Especially with their OC -1 on infantry as well. I mean, the OC -1 on infantry already is already not too bad a rule. I'm trying to think why people just didn't use them at all in Blood Angels. Is it just Assault Intercessors with the same points, and people would probably just prefer Assault Intercessors? But yeah, no, I'm going to try Reavers. I painted them years ago, so I'm happy. Bring back Power Axes, stick them on the bikes. Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing. You can convert your Blade Guard, have spears and axes, and even mauls if you wanted, because technically your Blade Guard, if you look at their datasheet, it's just Mastercrafted Power Weapon. It's not Mastercrafted Power Sword. So you can do a bit of conversion. I've got a Blade Guard with a spear. I've got a Blade Guard with one of those old Sangre Guard axes, remember? Eugene is constructing the Space Marines from the new box. Cool. I haven't decided what I'm doing with all the Marines. I haven't built any of the Marines from the box. I've just built these speeders. I feel like I'm definitely going to sell 10 of the Intercessors. I can't imagine why I would need 20 more Intercessors. I think I already have like 30 painted. So I think I'm selling 10 of the Intercessors on foot. I haven't decided what I'm doing with the heavy Intercessors with bolters. Like, part of me really thinks I should just sell them right now while maybe they have some value. I don't think Blood Angels players are going to play heavy Intercessors on foot. I could be wrong, but I feel like they're going to be a bit lackluster or underused. My 10 Intercessors are going to become Stern Guard. That's a good idea as well. I was actually thinking I was going to see if I had any old Storm Shields, if I could use some of those Intercessor bodies just to make up a few more Blade Guard without having to buy Blade Guard, right? Because you just need to put them on a 40mm base and give them a shield, really. But yeah, it's been tricky this week to try and find the time, I guess, to get into some of these to the new kits. So I'm happy I've got the speeders somewhat done. I did finish my... I say finish. I did get 10 Infernus Marines back already. I kind of want to keep trying Infernus Marines. And if they are not good, I'm going to try Stern Guard. Because I've seen a few people talk about the Stern Guard being really useful now. I mean, Stern Guard were good before anyway. But people are just saying with this Angry Priest and Librarian, like, they're just a bit of a unit that can reach out and do some damage and also just be a bit tricksy to kill, I guess. Craig says he played into Grey Knights this week, and then vulnerable saves on my list were an absolute godsend. I frustrated my opponent no end. He was firing all his torrent and nowhere to cover his weapons. Yeah, I think I called it, man. I don't want to appear too big-headed, because I'm not sure that I feel like it's a good thing for the game. But I did say, like, multiple times, I'm really worried about AP in the new edition if they don't like do a day one patch that reduces AP, because what they've done essentially is they've made every unit put the Infernus block into a drop pod. I don't have a drop pod, man. I have the old drop pod, which I suppose I can try and sell and buy the new one, but yeah, no, I don't. Is a drop pod even going to work? The new terrain is so dense. We've got a new member or new user in the house tonight. It's Gordon1874. Hello, Gordon. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Always nice to see some new Blood Angels players. If you haven't joined our Discord yet, you can do !Discord or just look for the link in the video description. We got like 2,500. It was just over or just under 2,500. I can't remember. One of the two. Earlier this week, and I put it in yesterday's video, and yesterday's video has got like 4,000 views, so I assume we now, if we don't have 2,500 members in the Discord now, I'd be super surprised. So yeah, if you want to join our Discord and, you know, chat shit with us every day, you're welcome to do that. Hello, Lord Grandmaster. But yeah, Saturday night on my channel is usually just quite chill. I come here, we hang out, we talk about anything and everything. Not always 40k stuff, just anything that goes. Like that old musical song, Anything Goes. And I usually, like, I just try and make sure that I basically set this time on Saturday night to, I'm always going to do a little bit of painting. Because I find I'm one of these people that works best with routine, so... yeah, I'm always here. Maybe not every Saturday night, but most. Even Michael. Thanks for saying hello to Gordon. There we go. Hello, Miles. Good evening. Oh, Miles is going to play me on Wednesday night on the channel. He's going to bring the Gene Stealer cults. Excuse me, not just Gene Stealers. And Miles has written me like a whole story about his Gene Stealer cults. He sent it to me in Messenger. It's like the poor mining Marines. Or the poor mining workers have come to bite. I mean, it's funny that last time we played Miles, the poor mining workers destroyed the Blood Angels with their mining lasers, but it won't matter anymore, Miles, because every single unit in my list now has an invulnerable save, basically, because invulnerable saves are very, very, very overpowered this edition, it feels like. Maybe I'm the only one that's seeing this, but right now I'm definitely feeling like invulnerable saves are like, if you're not sure what to put in the list, especially our disposition that wants us to play Take and Hold, it feels like invulnerable saves is the way to go. And yeah, maybe my big unit of flamers can do maybe my big unit of flamers can do something against the Gene Stealer cults. That would be nice. My flamers really failed against the Necrons this week. Work a lot better against infantry, though. Oh, shit. Oh, I've just broken that. Shit. Right, I'll leave it. I'll stick it on at the end. Gotta pay more attention. Oh, that's what you get for just slopping the paint on and not paying attention, isn't it? Miles is going to take tons of AP4. Yeah, AP1 to negate me. Yeah. I mean, I guess that you could... I don't think Miles tailors his lists like Andrew and Colin, though. Like, Andrew and Colin, when they find out your list, they tailor their list super specifically. Because Colin apparently really likes beating me on my channel so that he can, like... I don't know, like, so he can get one up the Blood Angels, I guess. The Art Codex indicates torrent rules are changing. Alright, okay. Explain how. Taking hold is you must have units with invulnerable saves, otherwise you aren't holding stuff. Yeah, taking hold seems like a weird choice for a Liberator Assault group. But also, once you realise it's a bit of a weird choice and you start speccing towards it, like by taking Terminators, or by taking loads of Blade Guard, or by taking Sangre Guard, or by taking Librarians that give you and Priests that give your whole units 4-ups and 5-ups, I actually think it's not bad, right? It's just a little bit of a mindset to... You just have to get into the mindset of everything, we need to hold things, right? Flamers are going from D6 to 3+ Blast 1, at least burners. Do you know what? I kind of reckon that weapons that have that giant randomness should be normalized anyway. Like, you know when you play a Vindicator tank, and I've done this a few times with a Vindicator tank, like I go into a game and every single time you roll for the number of shots, you get a 5 or a 6. And the whole game it's just like, oh, my Vindicator tank just gets 10 shots because of Blast, and 10 shots again because of Blast. And then you go into the next game and you roll like 2s or 3s all game, and your Vindicator tank gets hardly any shots. I feel like it would be better for the game if that was more normalized. Because, yeah, I just think that battle... I get that it's a dice game and there's got to be some randomness, but like, big 2d6 random is pretty crazy, right? Like, you know, 2 shots or 12 shots, it's quite big. It would be better if it was more normalized, like, I don't know, 4 to 8 rather than 2 to 12. I guess maybe that's what they've done with the Flamers, where it's like a big Flamer rather than 2d6 would be like 2d3 plus 2. I think I would be more okay with that, honestly. How are you working First Company? I haven't played First Company yet. But if you want to play First Company, how you would work it is you'd run the 4 units. What was it? Vanguard Veterans, Blade Guard Veterans, Stern Guard Veterans, and Terminators. Like you're running it is like as durable. You're trying to maximize durability, I think, if you want to run First Company. You're not really going. You don't have tons of ways to do tons of damage and kill things. But you do have ways to make all of your melee -1 to damage, basically. So you just need to get into combat and then -1 damage. Like, -1 damage on a unit like the Blade Guard that already have a 4-up feel no pain. Sorry, 4-up save and a 5-up feel no pain. That's crazy talk. That's getting to Catan levels of durability on like a unit of Blade Guard. When do you reckon you'll try Angelic Inheritors? Possibly after this tournament I've got, right? So, I've got a tournament, I think it's like the 25th of next month. Was it the 25th? Yeah. So, that gives me 1, 2... I'm only going to be able to do 3 games before that tournament. On top of the 2 games I've played. So I'm not really up for changing my detachment before that tournament, because I kind of hate going to a tournament when I've only played 5 games anyway. Because I just feel like I won't be practiced, I won't feel comfortable. I mean, other people won't feel comfortable practice as well, because the tournament's like 6 or 7 weeks post you know, post-edition update or post-edition launch, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's probably what I'll do, is I'll play lag for the next 3 games, and then I'll think about probably Angelic Inheritors. I think I prefer Angelic Inheritors to Rage Cursed, but yeah, I'll probably do this first tournament as Liberator Assault Group. It's also somewhat of a simpler detachment, and maybe at the start of the edition when all the missions are different and all the secondaries are different and the combat and the ordering is different, you know, everything else is different, so maybe playing the detachment that I know and have done quite well with in the past makes sense to me. I had a squad of scouts that were able to infiltrate onto my expansion objective in the deployment phase and remain hidden for the first couple of battle rounds and farm primary. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that you can do now, obviously. Scouts are very cheap. Oh, I mean, they're cheaper than they were. I think scouts are a good choice. I mean, I thought they were a good choice before, but I think they're exceedingly good choice now. Especially with the hidden rule. That's why I'm going to go for Reavers, because I think Reavers with Deep Strike in the hidden rule, that could be very useful for taking hold. And if the enemy does try and put some cheap chaff infantry unit onto the objective to take it away from the Reavers, then you can battle shock them and you can OC them, right? And you can minus OC them. So I'm feeling pretty. I'm feeling like the Reavers could be better than I've given them credit for. And also, I've had that unit of Reavers painted and finished for like 3 years, and they've honestly been in about 2 games. It's really nice. That's one of the things that I like the most about like new editions or new codexes. It's really nice when the old models that you haven't been able to use because they've been kind of crappy or unbalanced or just not competitive. It's really nice when they get a bit of an update and you're like, oh, you know, like I had aggressors like 2 years ago. I used to play them. They used to be really good. I like them. Now I can use them again. Finally, thank goodness. You know, like that's a really good moment. I feel like. Have I looked at Bastion and Legacy of Grace? I have looked at them. I plan on making videos on all of them, dude. It's just my time is so limited. Like I either at my day job or I'm with my kids or I'm making YouTube videos. So I don't get to play more than like 1 time a week. So I just have to go with that. You know, sometimes I think that I wish I'd had this channel when I didn't have like quite the same level of commitments, but you know, I chose my commitments. I'm happy with them. I'm just gonna stick with them. I've waited 3 years to use my bike army. Well, that'll be cool if there's some new bike characters this month. I mean, I feel like it's overdue, right? Like the Outriders have kind of been the only bike. I mean, I don't really class Invader ATVs like. I feel like they. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the Invader ATV is ever like. You know, like at least Aggressors had a while where they were good. At least Outriders have had a while where they were good. You know, like I just don't think the ATV is ever like. There's never been a balanced data slate where people are like, oh yeah, Invader ATVs, they're good, right? Like that's never happened. How big a squad of Reavers are you going to run? So, I think I'm going to run 5. And I think I'm going to attach the Phobos Librarian to them. I did look at the Reaver Lieutenant. But I think the Phobos Librarian's obviously being super popular right now as well. I think the Phobos Librarian is more interesting because the Phobos Librarian gives them essentially lone op 12. Which means they've got Deep Strike, so if we're playing Take and Hold, I can drop them down just about anywhere. And then I can obviously position them to be lone op 12. So, you know, like in my enemy's turn, I Rapid Ingress them 12.1 inches away, and then move in and take some objectives, or Rapid Ingress them right into the middle of the map. Hopefully 12.1 inches away from any enemy units, hold the middle, or hold an expansion, you know, like points as prizes, right? I was considering 2 squads of Reavers just because, but I would have to change some things, whereas I can do the Reavers. I think the Phobos Lieutenant might be cool though. I think a unit of them rapid ingressing in or deep striking in and then being untargetable might be good. The Invader ATV is a 60-point action monkey. Yeah, I mean, I just think if I want a really cheap action monkey, you could do it cheaper, right? The way that I've done it before. I mean, you could do it with a Tech Marine, right? And he can't be shot because he's Hello Phil, good evening. Hello Marius. Working on speeders as well. There we go. Did you get 2 Marius or just the 1? I was going to say Rapid English them 12 inches away, there's nothing your opponent can do about them. Exactly. Literally nothing. They can't charge them, they can't shoot them. And like the map I was playing this week where I needed to hold the center objective at, I think it was at the... did I have to hold the center objective at the start of my turn? So I found that really difficult to hold the center objective at the start of my turn, but if I have a unit of Reavers that can just like drop into the middle objective and be untargetable, that seems like a good way to do it. Jimbo be charging, good evening. Any plans for a 1,000-point list using the new detachment? You mean like using 2 DP for a list, basically, Jimbo? I always... Hello, Annie. Did you use all your time? Good night, then. Yeah? What we got going on tomorrow? Swimming lessons? Yeah? Okay.
Although I noticed they were closed for some reason. Some incident in the pool that required...
Yeah, they said the swimming pool was closed for an incident in the pool. I think someone did a number 2 in the pool. I think someone
some brown kids off.
I think somebody did a poo in the swimming pool.
Yeah, I think so.
What do you think of that?
I think someone pooped in the pool, Annie.
Why? It was probably a young kid. It was probably an accident.
Which they should have a swim nappy.
Yeah, they should have a nappy on if they swim nappy. Alright, you go to sleep, sweetheart, eh?
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Go to bed. Go. Gonna. Because I haven't gone downstairs yet, but I will do it when I go downstairs. Go to bed.
Alright.
Oh. I love you. Sweetheart, I'm working just now. Okay? I can't because I'm working just now. Go to bed.
Right. I'll come through and give your back a stroke in 10 minutes, okay? But you go lie down in bed, please. But yeah, I mean, if you're needing a video on a 1,000-point list, I will do that for sure, Jimbo. I just haven't. I always do 1,000-point getting started, 1,000-point list build videos. Usually after I've played a 1,000-point game. But just it's a bit of a weird. I usually don't have a tournament like so close to the new edition launch. Like I remember when the guy asked me, he's like, "I'm doing a tournament like 5 weeks after the new edition. Do you want to come to the tournament?" But it's in like the summer holidays, so I thought to myself like, "Oh yeah, it's easier for me to go to a tournament in the summer holidays, right?" So I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to do the tournament," but then I didn't really think of the implications of like, I want know anything. I feel like I'm still learning the rules. I think I learned something new about cover today, because there's a video linked on the Discord about cover, that like half the unit can be getting cover. So the shooting, like half the unit can be shooting with -1 to hit, And half the unit can be shooting with no -1 to it. I didn't realise that until today. And that's certainly not how we've been playing cover on the stream. So, yeah, I feel like going to a tournament right after an edition launches is possibly both a good thing and a bad thing, right? But no, it's not going to be a bad thing. It's just going to be like a baptism of fire, right? You don't learn if you don't play tournaments, I suppose. But everybody will be learning, and everybody will make mistakes. I think maybe the reason that I won against Necrons this week is that the Necron player made a few mistakes, right? Like, I don't necessarily think I massively outplayed the Necrons. And oh my goodness, the Necrons have a lot of damage in that. Whatever detachment he was playing, the Destroyer detachment, that just seemed ridiculous. And I couldn't kill anything either. Everything that I killed, he was just resurrecting. So it was like, I can't kill anything, and he's got tons of damage. But somehow I managed to just hang in there and keep scoring points. And I guess, you know, sometimes in 40k, even when you think the worst, I don't know, you like, I was pretty convinced I had lost that game, actually. I just kept scoring and scoring, and then got some good secondaries and just kept scoring, and then before you knew it, it was like, oh, I'm 15 points ahead. How did that even happen? One turn with the new way secondaries work. You know how you can stack up secondaries and score them all in one turn? One turn of getting 15 points in secondaries can suddenly take you from like, oh, this is a game I thought I was going to lose, to, oh my goodness, this game is close. Because I think that's what happened. It was like, turn 3, he was shooting everything I have off the table. Like, I'd just losing models left, right, and centre. Every unit that he targeted was basically getting decimated. But then at the end of turn 3, when we put up the scores, I was like, hold on a second, I'm winning by 1 point? Like, I feel like I've just had a turn where I've been absolutely murdered everywhere on the board. And then but I did manage to do all my secondaries, and I did manage to hold on to whatever primary I'd be doing. Take and hold is kind of an easy primary, right? Like, you just gotta hold, you do it by default, honestly. Yeah, I was convinced that I'd lost by then, Xander. I think it was only at the end of turn 3 where suddenly I saw, like, I looked over at the scores expecting to be like 20 or 30 points behind. I was like, oh my god, what's the score? And I looked over and I was like, I'm winning 41-40, and he went first. So I was thinking, well, if he went first, that means that you know, I get to score at the end of the game. It's always it does feel like going second still has a bit of an advantage for the final turn of scoring, you know. You do still get to do that like final turn where you can hop onto a few objectives and usually get pretty good primary points. So yeah, it was a weird game, but a good one to show you that, like, you never know when you're out in this game now, I guess. The change to the secondaries hanging around is a big change, I guess. But yeah, I'm excited to try the new speeders. I think speeders might be really good for Blood Angels. Because I think most of the rest of our stuff isn't going to be shooting. So this just gives us like fast moving, scoot and shoot type. So yeah, I'm going to try 2 speeders in the game against Miles on Wednesday. And I'm hopeful that they'll do okay, I guess. What's looking strong for Blood Angels? It's invulnerable saves. By Bladeguard are looking super good. I think Bladeguard plus the Sangry Priest plus... Well, you don't even need to take the Chaplain. I think you can take the Chaplain as well, and they're like... It's an expensive squad, but my goodness, it's a good squad. So I really like the 6 blade guard with the priest and the chaplain. But I've been running 1 squad of 6 blade guard plus the priest and the chaplain, and then just 1 squad of 6 with the priest. Both units have been really useful. I've actually found Lightning Claw Terminators really useful again, which is nice because I feel like Lightning Claw Terminators are something that hasn't been good for a long time. Or maybe Terminators for Marines just haven't been good for a long time. But yeah, no, the Terminators seem really good again. I guess any big unit you attach a Librarian to is also pretty good. Hello, John. I think the Speeder detachment with 2 Hammer Strikes and Landspeeder has potential. Yeah, I think the Speeder detachment is hugely good. One of the guys in Discord was running it with like 10 Speeders. And he's using it to Alpha Strike all of the Speeders in turn 1. And then using it with like Oath of Moment to just obliterate things. So I think the Speeder detachment might end up getting a nerf, because I think that being able to deep strike 1,000 points of Speeders in turn 1 is generally... It makes your opponent's deployment super difficult, right? And I guess it can generally be a little bit obnoxious with just the damage you can kick out from that many Speeders. Suppressors have actually been okay as well, yeah. I'm going to run Suppressors again this week. The Suppressors have been my army list 3 weeks in a row. Can you believe that? Hello, Phil. Sorry, I said hello again, but yeah, Phil's on. Phil's doing Suppressors too. Yeah, Suppressors have been good. -1 to hit on enemy units is pretty useful. Stacks with cover as well, so you can essentially be... The Suppressors can make big nasty enemy units -2 to hit your Marines. I haven't played against Orcs yet, but I mean, imagine making some of the Orcs shooting -2. They're not going to hit anything. I think their best units, like the Stompa... I mean, I think when you have the weird boy near the Stompa, or is it the big mech or something near the Stompa, he hits on 4s, so you can put him back to hitting on 6s. They won't nerf the Speeder until the standalone kit is out. That way they'll be sure to sell more of them. Oh, you're so... Oh, we're so jaded in this community, aren't we? You're probably right. They do like to sell new models, we know that. And then they do like to nerf them as soon as they sell them. Look at the Defiler, man. The Defiler got... Like, everybody was buying 3 Defilers. Nerfed. Nerfed super hard. Not even just like a small nerf. Like, super hard nerf, right? We aren't jaded, we're just in an abusive relationship. Okay. But yeah, I'm really finding units that have invulnerable saves massively useful. If they've got an invulnerable save and a Sanguinary Priest together, I think that's super useful as well. I haven't tried the Apothecary yet, but the Apothecary is pretty cheap now, so I could see use for an Apothecary for sure. He's 40 points now. I feel like I haven't run Hellblasters. I still think Hellblasters are a good unit. I just, you know, at the moment I'm trying to do something different with Liberator Assault Group. I'm trying to do my own. I basically made my own list, right? Like, because I don't like copying. I mean, I don't even know if there's a quote-unquote meta list out there yet for Liberator Assault Group, like the accepted best way to play it. I want new Blood Angels models. I mean, I think everybody in the chat here probably wants new Blood Angels models. But yeah, I don't know if there is an accepted way that is seen as the strongest way to play Liberator Assault Group yet. I mean, I suppose we'll have to wait and see if we get some people winning tournaments with it. Hey, maybe I'll win a tournament with it, and my way will be the accepted way. Yeah, I think... Am I using a toilet brush to paint your speeder? No, it's a Citadel color shade medium brush. I'll have you know, thank you.
The state of it.
This is like my dedicated tank painting brush though, right? Like I've painted probably like 10 tanks with this brush at this point, and when I'm putting down my, like this is a bit, I spray them Mephiston red and then I paint 2 coats of Evil Sun Scarlet. So I gotta coat the whole tank with this color twice to get it nice and bright. Sometimes if I thin it down too much, I even have to coat it 3 times. So no, this brush is purposely, like, the more sprayed out the bristles, the better, man, because then it'll get into all the nooks and crannies down. Like, I don't do, what do you call it, like, oh, what do you call it, sub-assemblies, right? You know, like, I don't take the, I don't not glue the, like, these guys are glued in. I'm painting them however they're in there. So the more sprayed out the bristles are, and the more nooks and crannies that those bristles can get into, the better, honestly. And that's, yeah, this is my, it's almost a dedicated Evil Sun Scarlet red painting brush, I must admit. I just water the paint down like crazy and just slap it on. And that's why sometimes, like, I guess I do, sometimes I have to do 3 coats because I water it down too much. That's fine. I mean, it's an easy step. It's pretty chill. Sometimes it's nice to have something a bit chill to do, right? I want to try Stormlance and Legacy of Grace, advance and charge for most things. Yeah, I mean, I guess the trick with advance and charge for most things is, like, do you hit hard enough, right? Like, I think you need to take a lot of chaplains in that detachment. I mean, I think it'll be fine if you do take the chaplains, but I think without the extra bonus attacks that you get for Blood Angels, or without the extra bonus attacks you get for, like, Rage Cursed Onslaught and Liberator Assault Group, you probably need the chaplain to guarantee that your belly damage is nice and high. Good afternoon, Braden, how you doing? Oh yeah, I wanted to say, if you guys get 2 seconds tonight, if you could leave a like on the video, that would be super appreciated. I do have a little macro that I'm supposed to press that shows you, like, a little like animation. I just never remember to press it. Need to write an OBS script, actually, that surfaces it every half an hour or something. I'm getting quite good at OBS scripting now because I've obviously been using it a bit for the AI camera we have in the battle reports. I watched back some of my own battle report this week with the new cameras and stuff, with the camera angles, like the camera changes now quite frequently, and there's new camera angles and stuff. And I moved the microphone because people were complaining that it was too close to the dice tray and the dice were too loud. So I did watch back some of my stream and I've tried to make improvements. So, like, I guess the game against Miles on Wednesday night, there should be some more improvements on the live stream. But, you know, keep the feedback coming and we'll keep trying to improve it. I want to make my live stream more engaging, or at least the live battle reports more engaging. You know, that's why I spent all that money on that AI camera, to try and get some more cinematic shots and stuff. I feel like my battle reports are like one of the strengths of my channel, and I want to keep making them better. Braden's getting close to having his list painted. Good for you, man. It's all about consistency, isn't it? It's the same as, like, I go to the gym a lot, and I always feel like going to the gym is the same. You just got to be consistent. How many speeders am I going to run? I'm going to run 2, I think, Joe. Well, I've only got 2, so I'll be starting with 2, I guess. I really want to try Angelic Host with Incarmite Spear. Yeah, I think I made the slides for a video on Angelic Host and Incarmite Spear. I just don't think I've got around to filming that video yet. But yeah, no, I think that could be okay. I think you give the Sanguinary Guard the lances, right? Or the spears to give them lance. Excuse me. I'm getting myself confused. But no, I think that's okay. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I've got a video that's like just whenever I get an hour some evening, I'll film it and then I'll get it onto the editing file. You know, I've got a few videos that are like half edited that I want to get out as well. But yeah, I mean, one of the best things, I suppose, is that we actually have some flexibility now with the detachments and stuff for the new edition, right? Because it did feel like towards the tail end of the last edition, it really felt like there was very limited choice with what you could do, right? You were literally playing one of 3 detachments, and there was no really get out except those 3. So I feel like we have choice now. I think choice is a good thing. I think hopefully we'll be able to see people like winning tournaments and stuff with like weird combos. I mean, in a way, that's why I'm running a weird combo, in that I'm running 10 Infernus Marines in Liberator Assault Group. I actually really like them in Liberator Assault Group now, which is funny because I have slagged off Infernus Marines for like the entirety of pretty much slagged them off the entirety of 10th edition. Same as I slagged off Reavers the entirety of 10th edition. Here's the list I'm going to take to a tournament at the start of 11. Reavers and Infernus Marines. I feel like there's literally no chance. If you'd said that to me 6 months ago, I'd have laughed you off the face of the earth. So it just goes to show, new editions, new books, new codexes, they do make old models viable. They do change things up. They do make you see outside the box. Yeah, my list's got 10 Infernus Marines in it, Mr. Salamander. I need more. Like, part of me wants to swap them out for Sternguard and give the Sternguard a try, but at the moment I feel like I'm just going to commit. You know, like sometimes I feel like you just have to commit to something. I think it was kind of how like I committed to playing that Storm Raven to a tournament at some point. You know, like it's just like I want to play a Storm Raven to a tournament. I've never played it. I don't think it's that competitive, but I'm just doing it, you know? My new job has really opened my time to paint again. I was mill writing at a mill, but now I have pivoted to teaching metal shop at the high school, so I have the summer off. Oh, dude. Summer off. There you go. You got no excuse to not get the painting done. Man, the most I've had off in like 20 years is like 2 weeks. I don't know if what I would do with myself if I had the whole summer off. I mean, I'd probably say that, but I would. Do you know what I'd probably do is I'd probably watch Stargate SG-1. I fucking love Stargate. I don't know if anyone's been following it, but there's like this, there's this giant, what do they call it? Tweet storm? Twit storm? No. Tweet storm.
Is it still a tweet now that's X?
Is it still a tweet? X storm, I don't know.
What the fuck do they call a message on X?
I don't know what you call a message on X. But I can't... A Musk storm. Going to X for me now is completely pointless. In that, the only thing I see on X is Stargate stuff. You know that? Like, it's so funny. Well, it's funny, but it's... let's see if I can... one second. This one? Nope. That would be this one. Yeah, so it's like, see if you go to Amazon's Twitter, right? And you click on any tweet that they've made, it's going to be Stargate, 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 Stargate. And this is like a month on since they cancelled the Stargate thing, right? Next tweet, Stargate, 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 Stargate. Oh, tweet. And then in their next tweet, it's like Stargate, 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 Stargate. It's hilarious. Like, a month on, Amazon cannot actually post about anything now on their Twitter. Every post is being spammed by the Stargate community to a ratio of like 200 to 1. Yeah, I mean, I used to love Stargate SG-1. It's probably, do you know what, it might be my all-time favourite show, actually. I'm trying to think if there is a TV show I like more than SG-1. I don't think there is. So anytime I'm bored now, I just go to Amazon's. Like, I actually can't go on. If I go on X now, all I see is tweets about #SaveStargate. But like, I just join in for the memes, you know? Like, so Amazon posts about anything now, and the Stargate community are just like, they're just badgering them. They're like, why are you making this TV show? Just make Stargate. Why are you making Rings of Power? Just make Stargate. It's kind of, I thought it would last like a week or something. It's been a whole month, and they're still spamming every single post that they make. I guess there's a lot of Stargate fans out there. So, yeah, if I had a month off, I would watch some more Stargate. Man, it's been ages. Am I basing with Mephiston Red? No. I base with... This was Mephiston Red. Now it's Evil Sun Scarlet. I spray Mephiston Red, and then I don't know how well you can see it with just one coat, but these... Like, this gun is Mephiston Red. The chainsword is Mephiston Red, because I didn't base coat those. Their helmets are still Mephiston Red, but the rest of it is now Evil Sun Scarlet. Yeah, like, this gun is Meph Red. This is Evil Sun Scarlet. I do 2 coats of Evil Sun Scarlet because my time isn't precious, and I just want to waste my time putting 2 coats on every paint, on every vehicle. No, I just like how bright it is. It's just 2nd edition bright. Like, if you ever played Warhammer when all the models were like really bright, that's what 2 coats of Evil Sun Scarlet gets you. If you enjoy Mephiston Red, more power to you, but like, for me, it just feels dull, man. I know, like, there was a time when we didn't use Mephiston Red. Like, that's a newer paint. We actually used to use a paint called just Blood Red, which I think was closer to Evil Sun than Mephiston Red. So way back in the day, there was a paint called Blood Red, and then I guess they changed all the paint names like 10-15 years ago so they could copyright the names, I guess, right? Because it used to just be like Blood Red and Goblin Green and I don't know, I can't remember too many other paints from back then. But yeah. Rymir, good evening, how are you doing? Yeah, it's the new Landspeeder. I'm going to try and play 2 of them on Wednesday night, so I would like them to at least probably have more than just be a monotone colour for Wednesday night. So that's my goal for the next... Well, for tonight, start getting more than just monotone colour on it. Bolt Gun Metal. Yeah, it used to be called Bolt Gun Metal, didn't it? That's a strange one, because that's one of the ones that they thought they could have probably kept. Because they used to have like Mithril Silver. Maybe they still have Mithril Silver. But Mithril is like that's like Lord of the Rings word. That's where that came from, I think. 2 Landspeeders seems pretty safe in a lot of lists. Well, I think the Scoot and Shoot looks like it could be pretty strong. That's what I want to try. I think it could be useful for scoring me points as well, because I'm obviously playing the detachment that's taken hold. So if you've got a Scoot and Shoot where you can like scoot onto an objective, shoot, and then hide a little bit, I feel like that could be pretty useful. I tried Sternguard with the Library and the Sangry Priest, and it was underwhelmed. Only good into Oath target, and they don't benefit directly from the Sangry Priest -1. I mean, I think Sternguard are possibly underwhelming unless you have the +1 to wound from something like Ultramarines or like, what's the speeder that gives the +1 to wound? Is it the Thunderstrike? What detachment I'm trying for the next game? I'm sticking with Liberator Assault Group, dude. I've got a tournament in like less than a month, and it's also school holidays, so it's gonna be difficult for me to play too many games with the kids being off. So I've got like three practice games maybe, and then a tournament. So I'm just gonna stick with what I know, which is Liberator Assault Group, and then I'll start messing around fucking with the detachments post this tournament, right? You need to charge the Sternguard and lag, they'll kill stuff. Yeah, I mean, I also, sorry, the final point on Sternguard is you're right. They need to be going into your Oath of Moment target. So if you're going to take 10 Sternguard, they have to, like, they are pretty average if you're not using Oath. If you're using Oath and you have a way to get +1 to wound, then they're very, very good. Because then pretty much that means that +1 to wound means you'll always wound on 5s and you'll always reroll everything. And if you've got any way to get like rapid fire or sustained hits or anything like that, then yeah, they become next level when you stack a couple of buffs on them. But they do need your Oath. It's almost pointless, like you said. They're massively underwhelming if you're not going into your Oath target. I played Sternguard to a tournament when I was Ultramarines last edition, and yeah, and I was playing Stormlance Ultramarines for the tournament. And if you put the Sternguard into a unit that's not Oath, don't expect much, because you end up to a point where like you probably only wound on 6s because you're strength 4 or 5s and 6s, and you just you miss out on all the rerolls, and I feel like you need rerolls. Good evening, Antonius. How you doing? What's new? Did you decide in the end to get the new box, or did you skip it? I know some people skipped it based on the price, and then I think some people probably skipped it based on they just didn't think it was that useful for Marines. I guess I ended up paying like $100 for mine, because I traded away a few things, and then if I sell a few things, I'll probably end up like for me it worked out pretty cost effective. I feel like get the 2 speeders, get the rulebook, get the cards, and I mean I kind of feel like I'll make my Vanguard veterans. I'm not. People keep asking me, like, they're like, are you going to field Vanguard veterans? Are you going to field Vanguard veterans with Dante? And I was like, I right now I don't think so. But I suppose we'll have to wait and see if Vanguard veterans, like, our power swords are only option. Or are the points that's in the MFM, is that for the new version? I got the rules in the Marines for 125. Oh, that's a good price in America. Lag is awesome, but the disposition is terrible. I don't think lag's disposition is terrible at all, dude. I think it's easy to score. It's like super easy to score. And get the 2 games I've played, I've had like 90 points, and I've not even. My list hasn't even really been designed to hold objectives. I feel like if I make a couple of tweaks, then, you know, and be cocky to say I'm getting 100 points every game, but I think take and hold is an easy. Yeah, easy's maybe the wrong word, but it's like you don't have to really think too hard. It's just like I just need to be on some of the objectives in the middle of the board. Well, you're kind of doing that anyway, right? It's not like you have to do anything extra. AI viewers, cool. I don't know why I would need any AI viewers. What does that add to the stream? How about somebody bans him? Oh, ban it, them, whatever. I'm quite happy with real viewers, don't need AI ones. Jesus. Yeah, ban, exactly, ban them. Rymir, DM me, I'll make you a mod after this. Because you're always here on Twitch. Then you can just ban them. If you want it. Yeah, I mean, I've been taking Terminators. I mean, they're pretty good for taking hold. I've been taking Sangre Guard, pretty fast moving, good for taking hold. Blade Guard, pretty good for taking hold. Any unit attached to Librarian with a 4-up invuln, kind of good for taking hold. Intercessors with sticky objectives. I mean, the Scouts, good for taking hold. It's just everything is already good for taking hold. I think I was in the camp when they first took it out. I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, I wish Liberator Assault Group was Purge. But I think I'm actually pretty cool with it being taken hold, man. I plan on making that new captain with the shield into an extra Blade Guard body, I think. Because I was looking through my bits box, and I have like a couple of Storm Shields kicking around. So I think I already have 12 Blade Guard. I think I could make that captain, and I could make like 1 or 2 others. And then all of a sudden I'd have like the opportunity to run 15 Blade Guard. Just annoying. I think 15 Blade Guard would be really, really good. Just the annoying thing is 15 Blade Guard get hit by that 3rd unit tax. Yeah, Sangre Guard are my only jump infantry now. I've kind of... The reason that Sangre Guard are my only jump infantry is because they've got the invuln save, and I think invuln saves are massively good this edition. So I did have Lamartes and 10 in the first list that I built. It was going to be like my... This was going to be the first list I played in 11th edition. I was thinking about taking Lamartes and 10 Death Company, because I do think that's a good unit. I do think the -1 damage is really good. But I think that just having an invulnerable save is probably worth more. Scouts, Terminators, Blade Guards, Librarians, stupid question, but beside the Sangre Guard, this sounds pretty generic and not that Blood Angel-y. Oh. I mean, all those units are doing, like in my games, they're all doing combat, man. I mean, I suppose it depends on how you define Blood Angels-y. For me, Blood Angels is charges. You know, charges with +1 attack, +2 strength. I would say that's what makes Blood Angels Blood Angels. Like, we hit hard when we charge. Or we hit harder than other Marines when we charge. In fact, this week on the battle report, I charged the Necrons 4 times in turn 2, right? And someone in the... can't remember who it was. Someone in the stream chat was like, oh, John hasn't done very many charges this game. I was like, dude, I charged 4 different units in turn 2. How many more charges do you want me to do in turn 2, right? Like, I feel like if you're a Blood Angels player and you can have 4 of your big units smash into the enemy turn 2, I feel like that's good. I mean, I definitely had turn 2s where, like, I've made a singular charge, right? Because I was like, come on, dude, how many charges do you want in turn 2? Jesus. I'm not Superman. Yeah, I think there is a view within the greater Blood Angels community that Blood Angels must all have jump packs all of the time. But if we really go back to when Blood Angels first existed, at the start of Warhammer 40,000, we had 1 unit that had jump packs, the Death Company, and you know you could actually run them without jump packs. So technically, when Blood Angels were first out, you had no jump pack units, or maybe you had 1. For the longest time, I had 1 unit of Death Company in my list, because you only allowed 1. So you literally only had 1 jump unit in your entire army. Jump units are tricky though. Like, I feel like ever since they made the change to the rules where... Because you used to be able to consolidate all the time, right? So you killed a unit in the middle of the open, you could always consolidate. I feel like ever since they took that away, jump units became a lot harder to play effectively. Because it was almost like you could always jump in, you could almost always kill a unit and then jump into cover. Or jump into an obscuring position. And when they changed that, you could only consolidate into enemies or only consolidate into objectives. I guess this edition with the objectives all being a bit bigger, in a way it does skew it back a little bit to like jump infantry are going to be better again. But at the moment anyway, my opinion of this new edition is that invuln saves are king. Like invuln saves, they're just super strong. So I think I would rather play the Blade Guard or the Terminators and be super durable and be hanging around and playing a unit of jump infantry that are a bit faster, but once they kill an enemy they're just dead. So yeah, you gotta, suppose you just gotta decide how you see your Blood Angels. But yeah, I mean, I think the same thing happened in 8th edition. I went to a tournament in 8th edition. Was it 8th? I think it was 8th, or maybe it was right at the start of 9th edition. And I ran a bunch of Dreadnoughts. And I played against Innes Wilson. And if you're familiar with the competitive scene, Innes Wilson wins like all the big 100 player tournaments or 200 player tournaments here in the UK. He wins them all. Or at least he's like top 8 in all of them. Well, I beat him with my Blood Angels running a bunch of Dreadnoughts. And I think it just comes down to there isn't one specific way you have to play Blood Angels. We're good at charging things. So however you utilize that to get the best is up to you, right? I mean, those units are generic Space Marines and not in the Blood Angels books. Dude, there isn't enough good units in the Blood Angels book. That's the bottom line here. There's like 10 units in the Blood Angels book and 5 of them are dog shit. Like Death Company on foot, Death Company with bolt rifles. Then the 2 Death Company characters that lead them. Those 4 units may as well not exist because nobody runs them, or very few people run them to any sort of success. So like I said, there's 10 units in the book there. I've just told you 4 of them are kind of useless. Our codex this edition was, I don't know the right word, but it was light. Like, it was really light in terms of good competitive options. The Ball Predator is good, sure. But I mean, you don't necessarily need to play Ball Predators. I kind of like the Ball Predator. I use them to varying, you know, I've used them to varying success throughout last edition. I think they'll be alright this edition as well. I mean, I think they're better this edition because you pick Overwatch at the end of the turn. Used to take Assault Marines without jump packs and you got a free Razorback in old editions. Man, I don't remember that, but I can quite believe it because the old edition rule. Which edition was that then? It must have been like, because I think I played 2nd through 4th. Probably had a break in 5 and 6, and then I've played from 7th onwards. Or maybe it was 7th, because maybe I came back at the end of 7th. I hope Librarian Dread comes back. I think everybody does, man. I think we need a big centerpiece model back again. Because we're not going to get Sanguinius, I think it needs to be like a big centerpiece Dreadnought, but not like just the Death Company Dreadnought is, in my opinion, it's just like a reskin, right? It's not like anything unique. It's just a Brutalis Dreadnought with a different paint job. Like I don't want another Death Company Dreadnought in the sense that it's just the same unit with a different paint job. Like I want something unique, like a big, nice centerpiece unique. Black Reach was 6th. 3rd edition had the overcharged rhinos. What did an overcharged rhino do? Was it just reroll advance? No, it can't. Or was it an extra 3 inches of movement? I can't quite remember. Good afternoon, Boris. What sort of training were you up to today? You like gym training or something else? If we get Librarian Dreadnought, I reckon all Space Marine gets it. Yeah, I mean, that's... I suppose that's an interesting point, but look at that recent Ultramarines list releases, right? Ultramarines got a lot of unique stuff. So I think there will be a time when Blood Angels get a lot of unique stuff again. I just don't know if it's this edition. But yeah, no, I think we do need like some sort of centerpiece that's bigger than just a standard Toughness 4 Marine. Pyro says, I picked up the Blood Angels Combat Patrol and a Sangre Priest. I'm currently playing around with ideas, definitely planning on converting the Vanguard Veterans to Death Company. Thanks for all the content. Oh, thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate the nice comment. Think about joining our Discord though, right? We got like 2,500 people in the Discord now, so if !Discord if you've not joined it yet. But yeah, I mean, that'll keep you up to date with any new content I put out, and also like you ask questions when I'm not live. And I do try and chat on that Discord, like I say every day, but like sometimes I do have a life. Like I do have 2 young children, and I'm really trying hard in my day today to not be glued to my phone all the time, but because I think we're all probably guilty of doing too much. Like I was trying really hard to keep my screen time down, and then so I told my friend, I was like, I'm really trying to keep my screen time down, you know, and he was like, all right, so go show me your screen time. And the screen time's still like 2.5 hours. I was like, oh my god, how do I spend 2.5 hours when I'm trying to keep my screen time down? But that's actually low. I feel like I think my friend was on like 5 hours screen time. It's too easy to spend too long on those damn screens, isn't it? Are Storm Ravens going to make a comeback? No, I don't think they are. Flyers in general have had pretty poor rules for a few editions now, and the fact that it can't hold objectives at all, right? Again, I think Storm Ravens are actually okay for Ultramarines, but I don't really think that I rate them for Blood Angels. They're very expensive as well. Advancing in 3rd edition wasn't a thing? Wow, I do not remember that. I think if you're gonna run 6 aggressors, you'd probably be better with the biologist, man, because the biologist gives them the potential to get like a lot of OC, and he gives them lethal hits. So I assume if you're running the flamers, it's maybe not so important, but if you're running the bolters, lethal hits is somewhat decent, and I mean lethal hits on the power fists as well is somewhat decent, right? Yeah, when Storm Ravens first came out, they were indeed exclusive to Blood Angels only. But then we can go the other way on that, right? When Centurions came out, Blood Angels didn't have access to Centurions for ages. I was actually really happy. I think it was 8th edition when we finally became sort of Codex compliant again, and we were able to use Centurions, because I'd like admired Centurions for afar and been like, man, I like the look of those Centurions. I always wish that there had been a character to lead the Centurions, you know that? Like a captain in Centurion armor. We never quite got that, I suppose, but yeah. Who said that this brush was a toilet brush, by the way? How dare you? People are always judging my painting.
Shape-wise, it does look wrecked.
It is wrecked.
For what you're wanting it for, it does not have to be in good condition.
No.
It's not like you're trying to paint detail.
No, I'm definitely not trying to paint detail with it. I mean, good luck painting detail with that.
Just calm down.
Yeah. The brush has character, exactly.
It's seen some things.
Yeah. You know that bit at the start of Back to the Future when it's like, when this baby gets to 88 miles an hour, you're gonna see some serious shit. I'd actually forgotten that there was a swear word in that movie. Because that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, because it's like a PG,
Well, I don't remember.
and that's the one bit in the
I don't
movie
remember
when they
it.
swear.
I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, it's Doc
I
Brown.
would have put that on for the kids.
Yeah, I would have put it on for the kids. Like, mind you,
Not like they wouldn't have heard
no, it's not like they haven't heard us say worse, to be honest.
Yeah, I repeated it.
Yeah, and they say, "Oh, Daddy said the F word."
No, they don't say the F.
What do they say? They just say it.
Say fuck.
Yeah. Daddy isn't his best with his language.
Nor is Mummy. They're doomed.
Yeah. Marnius Calgar in Centurion armor. Yes, I love it. I mean, the memes of Marnius Calgar are going to have to stop because I think he's finally decided what armor he's wearing, right? He's quite happy in the armor of, is it Antiquus? Probably not saying that right, but yeah. But yeah, so tomorrow night is going to be the first Army List show of 11th edition. So we'll actually look over community submitted lists tomorrow. Do that about 8:30 UK time, so it's like 3:30 Eastern. Usually live for somewhere like an hour and 15 minutes or something. Look over community, community Army List. That's what we call it, isn't it? They're never going to stop. Calgar has more outfits than my wife. Man, we need Dante in some different armor then. Commander Dante in Centurion armor. That's what I want. But yeah, I'm liking the fact that. Well, here's a question. Somebody said that this week they played a Gladiator Lancer and they thought it was rubbish in 11th edition. Has anyone in chat played the Lancer? They just said it felt like what was the comment? It was something like it felt like the Lancer was a glass. That was it. They said the Lancer is now a glass cannon. Has anyone played a Lancer? I've never quite got into Lancers. I've got 2 of them. But I think I've only ever fielded 2 of them in one game. It was against Khorne. What are they called again? Not Khorne Berserkers. World Eaters. I didn't like it. I mean, World Eaters is probably not the best matchup for 2 Lancers. But, no, I just didn't like Lancer. Evening, Volker. How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing great, man. Thank you. I'm actually still a bit sore from the gym on Thursday night. I was doing drop sets. So I did like 16,000 steps today and I'm being a bit of... My legs have been very sore. But apart from that, I am great. A little bit hungry, but happy enough tonight. And I guess I don't have to worry about the World Cup anymore because Scotland completely fucked it, didn't they? Yeah, it was absolutely depressing.
And I say that as a Scottish person.
Yeah. Dante in jump dread would be funny. Yeah, that would be nice. Commander Dante in dreadnought jumping armor. Tactical dreadnought jump pack. But yeah, no, the football was a disaster. I don't know why I thought it would not be. Naivety, I guess. It's like when you go to a Warhammer tournament thinking you've got a good list and then you play a game and you get beat like 100 to 20 and you're like, well, thought that this was a good list, guess not. The Repulsor Executioner is a lot better than the Lancer this edition based on my experience. Just because of the higher toughness or the extra damage? Like what's making it better? I mean, I've played the Ballistus Dreadnought twice. I thought it was okay, but I didn't think it was anything too special. Oh, Volker was only watching the World Cup for the Scottish, and now that they're gone, he's given up on it. Where are you from again, Volker? Are you... I think he was literally watching it because I'm Scottish. If he was, that was nice of him. Thanks for supporting us, Volker.
Scotland's pretty great.
Well, not at football apparently.
We are universally loved as a people.
Yeah, I mean they did enjoy our fans. I think it's just because we get drunk and are singing a lot, though, right?
We're happy.
Yeah. Apparently they drunk some of the bars in Boston dry.
Also, I think alcohol over there is just like...
You can still root for USA? Well, you know what? I will root for USA for the rest of the tournament since you guys rooted for us. I don't really have anyone to support now, so I'll root for USA. How about that? We'll make a trade. You just got to root for Scotland next World Cup if we make it. Boston is soft. Well, I'm sure their bars had quite a lot of alcohol if they, you know, it's not like they wouldn't have had any stock.
They were not.
Yeah, they were not prepared.
No idea what was coming from.
I've got a couple of friends like that. Like, see, when I go on a night out with them, I have to I have to sneak away and get like a pint of water for myself because those guys just, like, I don't know how they. Honestly, I don't know how they don't have liver failure the amount that they drink. Like, we once were doing like this road trip, and so I was in the back of the car with a friend for like, I don't know, like 90 minutes or something. And in those 90 minutes, I drunk like one beer and was ready to start my second one. He'd like had 6 cans or something. I was like, dude, I don't know how you've managed to drink 6 cans in the time that I've drunk 1. But 2, how do you not need to pee having drunk 6 cans of beer? Because that's a lot of beer. The only beer left in Boston is Bud Light, apparently, but the Scots wouldn't drink it. I would drink Bud Light, man, because it's low calorie, right? Yeah, I'm all about the low calorie nonsense now. Repulsor Executioner has better toughness, the heavy laser destroyer is no joke, plus it is heavy so you just got to pick a good spot and place it. I suppose, yeah, so you always hit on 2s. And you can move a little bit and you can still hit on 2s. Yeah, I could see why the Executioner... What's the Executioner? 230 points still, or did they take it down? Phil says it's piss water. So what's your beer of choice, Phil? Right, I've done my 2 coats of red. Now I'm going to slap some grey on this base. The Blood Angel's Executioner is cheaper? Is it? How much cheaper? I don't own an Executioner, I just have the regular Repulsor. Landshark or Corona? Man, I've not had a Corona in ages. We should get some for the summer. Ooh. No? Slice of lime? That sounds really good right now. £10 points cheaper for Blood Angels. It's a bargain. I actually got like a Scottish football team whiskey. I've not opened it yet. It's like the official whiskey of the Scottish football team. I mean, maybe that's why they did so bad, if they were all just sat around drinking whiskey. Bit of a weird flight stand, this one, isn't it? I suppose it makes a change from those like weird plastic light stands that just want to snap off all the time. Can you suggest where that whiskey can be purchased and tried. I mean, there's a website called Whiskey Exchange that does that I use. It's cheaper. It's weird, right? Whiskey is literally made 10 miles from my house, but it's typically cheaper to buy it online than it is to go to the local stores. I don't know if that's the local stores are like tourist traps. I guess the local stores are like tourist traps, right, love?
Yeah, the whiskey, the distilleries, and the woolen mill.
Yeah.
All that lovely Scottish stuff.
It's
Anything to do with kilts and
yeah,
woolens and whiskey.
So all the whiskey, even though I live 10 miles from where they make the whiskey, it's cheaper to go to the website, the Whiskey Exchange. The other one is Master of Malt. And on those websites you can also get boxes that are like you can also get boxes that are, you know, like miniatures, so you can get like 10 different flavors to find the ones you like. And like I said, it's cheaper to do that than it is to walk into a local store. It makes no sense to me, because I feel like they would sell more locally if it was cheaper locally. It's got to be cheaper locally as well, because they haven't had to ship it anywhere. But no, it costs, I guess it's like you said, it's a tourist trap, and it's not even like a small tourist trap. It's like, you're talking like 30-40 bucks a bottle. So it's like, I want to support the local stuff, but I'm never going to pay 30 or 40 bucks more a bottle. So they end up just ordering off some random ass website. But if you're interested in whiskey, man, hit me up, because I can give you some recommendations. Yeah, they said that there was going to be an alternative flight stand inside the box. There was like a little bit. There was like this bit again inside the box, right? This little bit here, but like there's nothing to attach it to the Landspeeder, so I don't really understand. I was very confused. I thought I'd missed a bit when I built the speeder, because I think it's like piece number 44 or something. So I was sat there looking in the instructions, and I was like, I must have missed a bit. Where does this bit go? Because it's the only piece that's left. And it's like tactical rock. Yeah, it's quite a big tactical rock, isn't it? The biggest one I've ever seen them make, I guess. How long before it snaps off the tactical rock is another question, because I feel like every single speeder that I've ever had, the Landspeeders, the Storm Raven, they all just eventually just friggin' snap, don't they? I just opened my Armaggeddon box. The two-handed Vanguard Veteran sword was broken. If you bought it from Games Workshop, dude, and you take a photo of it and send it to them, they will probably replace it for free. They're very good at they're very good like that with their customer service if you bought it from them. If you bought it from a third-party retailer, it's a bit more of a nightmare. If you did buy it from Games Workshop, they are pretty good at replacing broken bits. I think my friend Kev said that he bought one time, I can't remember what it was broken, but they replaced it, and I think they gave him, I don't know, like an extra sprue or something for his trouble. Speaking of darkness enveloping you, I actually saw a really cool t-shirt today. It's like a gym top, and it says on it, "Hello darkness, my old friend," and then underneath there's just a pint of Guinness. And I thought it was a quality. I really like gym wear that has like stupid slogans on it. Like I have this top that has Gandalf on it. I mean, if you don't know who Gandalf is, I guess he's the wizard from Lord of the Rings. And it's that bit, you know, when he was fighting the Balrog and he's like, "Run, you fools!" And it's like him lifting up some weights, and it says like, "Lift, you fools." I had so many comments on that top. People love that top, actually. So yeah, I like silly talk, so... I shouldn't say this one, but I saw it, Charlotte, and I honestly thought about buying it, but I don't know how you would react.
What's that, the pussy one?
You know, it was a gym top, and on it, it just said, "My wife is my cardio."
I don't care.
I thought, like, that's a good one. Because I friggin' hate cardio. I don't do any cardio, man. That's how high profit margins are for Games Workshop. If you have one problem with a sprue, they send you the whole thing again. Well, they are good at replacing sprues, though, you know. I mean, there's a lot of companies, when you complain, you don't get dick. So, I guess, be happy that they'll replace it, I guess. I love the alcohol-free Guinness. Is legitimately so close to the real stuff. Yeah, I've got some of it downstairs. We call it Guinness 00 here. And it's, I know off the top of my head, it's 74 calories a can. So yeah, I like, yeah, I'm a fan of Guinness 00 for sure. But yeah, sometimes you wanna feel like you're drinking, but you don't want the alcohol, you don't want the calories. Bearded Coyote, here's the man, the myth, the legend. How you doing, brother? Thanks again for the super chats. I think it was it Wednesday night? It was like 10 gifted. You legend. Appreciate it. What's up, dude? Are you top of the leaderboard right now as well? We've got a new leaderboard. We got a leaderboard for the new battle. Oh, you're second, Bearded Coyote. Look at that. You've dropped. Espana beating you to it. I'm about to find out how many Guinnesses the local bar has. Hopefully more than the bars in Boston, I guess. Because they ran out. When I had my White Dwarf subscription, they had to replace numerous magazines and they never question it. Yeah, it is nice though, right? Like, I feel like there's other things, you know, like you buy clothes online or you buy shoes online and you have problems with them and they're like, they try their best never to replace stuff. So at least we can say Games Workshop kick ass when it comes to replacing stuff, right? What do I win? Well, nothing yet. We're only like 2 weeks into the leaderboard, dude. But I need to get the betting up and running so that people can actually bet their points again. Hello, Bloodlines, how you doing? Gioli, good evening. 00 is a better name. I mean, it says 00 on the can, dude. That's why we call it 00, I guess. I plan to veteran spam in my next Blood Angels game. Blade Guards, Stern Guard, Vanguards. I will have my revenge against my friend. Yeah, I mean, veteran spam seems like the way you can do it these days. I definitely I'm really liking Blade Guard this edition. I mean, I think they were good at the end of last edition, but yeah, I'm just really liking them. Anyone a little disappointed they didn't announce the Space Marine Codex yesterday? I'm not, and I'll tell you why I'm not. Because codexes that come out at the very start of the edition always tend to be underpowered. So if you are codex number 1, your codex is going to be pretty average 6 months on. At least in my opinion. So usually, I think it was 9th edition. Blood Angels was like the first codex, or one of the first codexes in 9th edition. And towards the end of 9th edition, you almost couldn't, you know, you were just getting stomped by everybody because the codex creep was so bad. So I'm not too worried that we aren't. I mean, I think Codex Space Marine will still be pretty early this edition, but like, couple more weeks, probably fine. Maybe even a couple of months might be better. Hard to say. But I do remember in 9th edition when we got our codex early, we really struggled. Even like I think in 9th edition, Sisters of Battle's codex was like 6 months after the new edition started, and it was like we had nothing. I don't want to say we had nothing fun, but we had nothing like crazy in our codex. And it was like Sisters of Battle came out, and they just had like a unit that had bolters that was like guaranteed to do like 6 devastating wounds every time it fired, and it was like, oh my god, this little shitty unit of Sisters of Battles with storm bolters are doing 6 mortal wounds at 24 inches every time they fire. Like, come on, you know? So it was just like, there's definitely something to be said about like you don't want your codex too early, or you think you want it, but you actually don't want it. Some of the data sheets they showed off for orcs would look good. Yeah, let's hope that they've had. I mean, like, in a way, this update, this edition is like 10.5, right? It's not really a new edition. It's like a half of an edition, I would say. So maybe getting an early codex isn't as bad as it was like in 9th edition, where everything went back to indexes. I wish GW would leave out codexes. I think codexes make them too much money, dude. Like, they literally... There's people... I know people that buy every single codex, even for armies that they never play. And how much is a codex now? It's like... I want to say 30, but it might have crept up from 30. So, I mean, what do you pay in America for a codex? You must be paying 45, maybe even 50? Like... It's a book. It's $50. It's pretty crazy. What do you pay in America for a codex? I think it would be better if they moved to digital rules than codexes, personally. Like, you know, they've got that Warhammer Plus thing. I would prefer them that they dropped all the rules onto Warhammer Plus, and like, I think they would make, like, from people like me, they would make more money, right? Like, Warhammer Plus is like $5 a month. If they put all the rules on there, I would just stay subscribed all the time. As it stands, I don't stay subscribed all the time. You know, if there's something I really want to watch on there, I might subscribe for a month or 2 months, but yeah, I mean, I guess... Yeah, so without the local... without the store discount, it's about 40, is it? I started in 10th edition and I did enjoy my 2 11th editions. I think I could have waited 1 more year. Yeah, I mean, if you buy a codex towards the end of the edition as well, and then they make it worthless, that can be frustrating. But you can sell those things, though. I actually have been like one of my friends in real life told me he was selling his old codexes on eBay, and I was like, dude, what are you even getting? He was like, oh, it's like $10 a book. And he's selling the old data cards for like $8 each. And I was like, people are actually buying like the old ones? Why are people buying them? Like, what can you even use them for? But maybe there's some people that don't like the new rules, or they don't want to move on, or maybe there's just some collectors who are completing their collection. But I've started selling, like, I don't sell my Blood Angels codexes, but every other one. So I've been selling like Codex Space Marines, Codex Knights, Codex Black Templar. I think I've sold them all. I'm getting like $10 a codex. I mean, it's better than it sitting on a shelf doing nothing and collecting dust. So yeah, people are buying the old books. So I mean, if you're moving on from 10th edition, when you don't need the book that you've bought, or even the rule book, or whatever, the data cards. I just sold the Leviathan data cards as well, actually. I was like, Leviathan is 3 years old now. I mean, I don't know why anyone would want the data cards, but I just put them on eBay and they sold. I mean, it's only $5, but again, $5 is better than a set of cards that I'm literally never going to use again. I don't know why people are buying them, but people are, so maybe now telling you guys will all flood the market. I guess some people want the old stuff, man. But yeah, so I've kept all the Blood Angels codexes because I've got them going all the way back to 2nd edition, but the armies that aren't my main armies, I've just been selling them all. Data cards, everything. I'm just making like bundles and just throwing them at eBay. Most of the old codexes have good artwork. Yeah, it's probably like a lower person wanting the old like the old codexes have like stories and shit in them as well, right? Time 10 past 10. Alright. We'll probably be live for like 20 more minutes, I think. I have no idea. I mean, the lore doesn't massively change edition to edition, but yeah, I mean, the old codexes sometimes have a little bit of extra, a little bit different, I guess. Is it worth having a storm speeder alongside the Landspeeders in the same list? That was going to be my original plan, actually. It was going to be to run like 2 Landspeeders and a storm speeder. I was thinking either the speeder that strips cover or the speeder that gives +1 to wound. I feel like if you were going to do a speeder, a storm speeder, that would be the 2 to pick from. But I've decided to go for a unit of Reavers. So I think I've only got points then for the 2 Landspeeders and no Storm Speeder. But I mean, I might try that down the line. I think speeders are going to be more useful than tanks though, because just being able to fly over the terrain and stuff just feels like so powerful. +1 to wound would be redundant with the chaplain. So the +1 to wound from the flying speeder only works in shooting, right? That +1 to wound doesn't tick over into the combat phase. So it would be very much a dedicated. It would be very much dedicated to making the multi-melta on the speeder wound on 4s. And I guess the missile is probably wound on 2s, right? Strength 12 +1 to wound. I think I didn't mix this white paint enough, it's very runny. I was just trying to dull this one down a little bit from red so that I can paint yellow over the heads. I feel like yellow doesn't go very well over red. Speeders in Firestorm, because they get +1 strength. I mean, that'd be pretty good. Is 12 inches to What is Firestorm rule again? +1 strength on all. Oh, so you move within 12, shoot, and then move back out with 12. Well, that's not too bad an idea, I guess. You painted your speeders last night? Nice. Frank, how you doing anyway, Frank? You just jump in here, or you been here for a while? Yeah, I think I just had the white paint way too thin. I mean, I want it to be thin anyway, but it was way too thin. White's one of those colors that's kind of hard to know if you've got it thin enough. I'll fix it. You just have one coat that's insanely thin and I'll do another coat. Yeah, grain sear works too. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I use Dawnstone for it as well. I don't know why I decided to do white this time. Just did, I guess. I think on my Infernus Marines I used Dawnstone. I wasn't sure what color Infernus Marine helmet should be, so I ended up just going with yellow. I feel like I've been doing a lot of yellow helmets recently. I think we had a debate on the channel, actually, like one of the live streams, about what color. I think it was like Sternguard helmet should be. So yeah, I went with yellow in the end for the Infernus Marines, but yeah, I wasn't really sure. So I just guessed. That's how we do it. I'm not really sure if these guys. I feel like the classic Landspeeders had yellow helmets. So I'm going to go yellow on these guys. Just because that's what the classic Landspeeders was. Fast attack, I guess. I mean, Infernus Marines... I think... Yeah, Infernus Marines obviously aren't fast attack, but they only have 12-inch guns. So I don't know if I feel like they're fire support. The Flamers should be close assault. Yeah, probably. Regio Codex, they should be blue. The Infernus Marines should have blue helmets. I must admit, I don't really read the lower bits in the Blood Angels Codex anymore. I mean, I feel like they're recycled. Maybe that's the problem. It's just like the same thing recycled. But maybe I missed it. Maybe I should have read it. No, I put yellow in the Infernus Marines. Heretic, huh? Didn't know what color to do them. Hey, at least I had some cool beak heads for these guys. I was really happy that I had some nice beak heads. Blue for Infernus, gold for Sternguard. Oh, gold makes sense on Sternguard. Of course it does. Sorry, yeah. Uh-oh, Super Emperor! He's making fun of me. What's he saying? Primaris now have goofed up helmet colours and battlefield roles. Alright, you're not making fun of me. Thank you. I thought it was gonna be mean. Why? Honestly, Infernus are supposed to have blue helmets. Why? They class them as fire support. That's weird, man. I would have never guessed that. Like, I honestly thought to myself, like, there's no way they can be fire support. They've got flamers. That's not fire support. That's close. That's close. You know, flamers are... They're like close combat, right? Assault Marines used to have flamers. Infernus are blue for fire support like aggressors. See, I don't... So I did my Centurions with yellow helmets. And they basically are like aggressors, are they not? They've got flamers, they're the same unit. So if Centurions have yellow helmets, why the frick do why do the frick have that? Use your words, John. Why the frick do aggressors not have yellow helmets? No, I understand that flamers are, you know, I understand that flamers make fire. No, I get that part. But flamers are a close combat weapon, surely. My flamer aggressors have yellow helmets. Look at this. Cry check. This guy knows what he's talking about. Finally, someone else that used logic to figure out helmet colors. No, you know, do what you want. I'm just messing. Hey, my Blade Guard, I painted their armor gold and gave them red helmets, so I went backwards on the Blade Guard. I actually kind of like Blade Guard in gold. If you've never seen a golden Blade Guard, you should try it. They're pretty cool. I want to do a golden dreadnought. I did consider doing one of these. Speeders Death Company. I mean, I don't know if it makes a ton of sense thematically, but I did consider doing it because I like doing Death Company vehicles. I think they look cool. I did gold for my Vanguard veterans with Lightning Claws. Man, have you tried Lightning Claws yet in the new edition, Phil? I've been really enjoying running Lightning Claws. Obviously, they have to be on Terminators. I really wish Vanguard veterans would have. I really wish they would have given them Lightning Claws. One Lightning Claw, one Storm Shield would have been so like that's what I wanted from Vanguard veterans. None of this same power sword that we basically already have Blade Guard unit, right? Does anyone have a successor chapter? Does anyone have a paint scheme? Do you know what? You should watch Midwinter Minis, dude. He did a... I don't often advertise other YouTube channels. But like it popped up on my... It popped up on my feed like earlier today. He's done this, like, just search Midwinter Minis. He did this speed painting Flesh Tearers with no airbrush video. I mean, they look pretty cool. I mean, Flesh Tearers always are pretty cool. But I like the look of them. If I did Flesh Tearers, I'd consider... I've followed one of his paint tutorials before, actually, and he usually has, like, pretty good hacks in terms of finding ways that you can get stuff done quickly, right? A regular Terminator still meh? I think Terminators are just much better now. They're cheaper, right? They made regular Terminators cheaper as well. I know the Lightning Claw ones are really cheap now. I think they made the regular ones a bit cheaper as well. Lightning Claws just seem really good in Liberator Assault Group. If Vanguard veterans get Lightning Claws, I'm buying 3x10. Well, I already got 3x10 with Lightning Claws, so I'll be good, Ben. But yeah, I think that's the frustrating part for a lot of us, is like we already did that, right? I have tons of magnetized Lightning Claw Vanguard veterans with Thunderhammers, Storm Shields, all sorts of customized loadouts with magnets for them all to be gone, lost, forgotten, I don't know what you call it. I wish the new Chaplain on a jump pack had the option for an infernal pistol. I mean, he might still get a pistol option when they make the multi-part kit, right? Like, I very much doubt he's not getting a multi-part kit. I think he will get one. I mean, I think the trick at the moment is probably put a holster on him so that he's got the option of switching out his pistol. He probably has a holster. Do you know what? I need to make that new Chaplain, actually. It just turned out that my first list for this new edition, if you'd asked me before the edition launched, I would have probably said to you, oh, the Chaplain might be one of the first characters that I'm making. But with the way the librarians are so good, I honestly think I might make a librarian. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a paint scheme, I would check out Midwinter. I've enjoyed it. I mean, I think he was one of the inspirations to get me started on my channel, was watching some of his videos. I mean, we're going back like 6 or 7 years at this point, but... Librarius... Yeah, Terminators could be good in a Librarius detachment, that's for sure. Because they get extra movement, they get extra AP. I could see it. I converted my librarian to a Sangreed Priest. Cool. At the moment, Vanguard Veteran still have Lightning Claws till the Codex refreshes at least. I'm confused. Are we not using the new datasheet for the Vanguard Veterans? Like, why are we not using the new data? Like, we're using the new datasheet for the Landspeeders, right? So why are we not using it for the Vanguard Veterans? Because I've seen a few people talk about that, where it's like, oh well, the new Vanguard Veteran datasheet isn't legal, or isn't, like, what's, like, where have they said that? Like, yeah, I'm confused. Why are we not using the new, you know, like the new data sheet that came with the Armaggeddon box set? Why are we not using that? I use what's in the app. And what is in the app at the moment, Phil? The old one still? What about the Terminator Ancient with the hammer and shield? I mean, I think a Terminator Ancient for 65 points is actually not a bad character now, right? Because he gives you +1 to hit all the time. He gives you, what, +1 to wound when you're on low strength. So when you're starting to lose models and you need extra damage, he's there for you as well. He's got some damage as well. I think the Terminator Ancient could easily run either the Thunder Hammer or the Lightning Claw. I don't think it really matters. I think both's good. Good night, Volcar. I will drop you a whiskey message. Yeah, do it. You just caught me at a weird time. I'm kind of not drinking whiskey now because I've been going to the gym a lot and I don't want to waste my progress in the gym by drinking alcohol. So I actually don't think I've drunk alcohol since February? Or maybe I had 1 can during one of the Scotland games. So I've had 1 can of beer in 4 months. That's good though. That's healthy. Probably taking it too far, but I don't do things in half measure. The datasheet in the box only showed the weapons that could be built in the box. Like the Intercessors doesn't have all the options, but we still use them. Okay, so Vanguard Veterans are they're in a bit of a weird limbo state at the moment. I understand now. Thank you for explaining. I was confused by that because I was like, a lot of people were saying like, oh, Vanguard Veterans are still 1 damage. I'm like, are they? So they pointed the Vanguard Veterans at 105 points. So it's essentially 105 points for the current version of them. So their points might actually change when we get the power sword. How's my liver? Is, probably better, the fact that I haven't drunk in 4 months. But yeah, I mean, in general, my liver's pretty good, I think. I have been a very, I'm a very, very casual drinker. I think what happened because I was trying to work out what happened. I think what happened is maybe 4 or 5 years ago, one of the New Year streams that we did on Blood Angels Commander, I got absolutely destroyed on it. I don't know, I was supposed to get up and help my wife do New Year's Day or whatever it was, and help with the prep and the food and all that. And I basically couldn't get up because I was so ill. And then when I did get up, I had to deal with the kids, and I was so ill that after that, this is 3 or 4 years ago, I think I just subconsciously decided I'm going to drink a lot less. Because I feel like I never made a conscious decision, but just all of a sudden, I basically stopped drinking. I mean, it's not that I don't like drinking, I just, it doesn't really mix with, my kids are a little bit older now, but at the time, I guess I had a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. I guess hangovers really don't mix with a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. What's the plan for the rockets? I'm probably going to paint them white. They'll need a couple of coats of white, but then I usually, for rockets, I'll paint the tip of them something orange, fire dragon orange or something, something really bright, and then I'll just look like they're a missile with a payload, I guess, right? Being a dad comes first. Yeah, being a dad is awesome, right? It's but yeah. So in general, I guess my drinking is my liver is fine. My drinking is just really low. And then this year I've been hitting the gym really hard, so my drinking has been even. My drinking was already pretty non-existent, and now it's just completely stopped, basically. Like I said, I've had 1 beer in 4 months. Alright, it's getting late. I am gonna have to go. Hopefully I can find a little bit of time tomorrow afternoon or something and get another color or 2 on these speeders so I can. I really hate taking unpainted models on my stream. I try not to do it, unpainted or monocolor models. I think they just we don't really always require everybody to have painted models for the little league thing that we do on the stream, but I just try really hard not to stream with models that are just. Well, I very rarely ever play with grey models, but yeah, I mean main models like this, where it's just they obviously do not have 3 colours in them, they're not battle ready. So I'll try and find some time before Wednesday night to do a bit more. What colour paint do we use on purity seals? I use Ushati Bone. I think if you put a brown wash over it, it looks very parchmenty. I should have probably painted the blade of his chainsword white while I was at it. Maybe I'll just do that. Because I purposely gave the pilot a chainsword because we're Blood Angels and we want to hit things. You okay?
Yeah,
Right, I'm just finished. Yeah, you have a great one too, Ben. Thanks for hanging out. Google says, what about the wax? Red on red doesn't look good, but red wax makes the most sense to me. Oh, sorry, you said purity seals. I thought you meant the parchments coming off the purity seals. For the actual purity seal, I use Gene Stealer Purple, I think. Is it Gene Stealer Purple or is it... Usually use this. What's this? Screamer Pink, excuse me. Must use Gene Stealer Purple. I think I use Gene Stealer Purple sometimes for capes. I use Screamer Pink for the actual purity seal. I thought you were talking about the parchment, my mistake. It's getting late, see, my brain's failing. Pink, purple, or green? Yeah, I've seen quite a lot of people use green on Blood Angels. I never did green purity seals, but I think it looks fine. It's definitely a common colour, yeah. Oh, you actually meant the parchment. Okay. You shatty bone is what I use on the parchment. Okay. Like I said, it's getting late. My crewman needs a lance. Yeah. I did think about cutting that arm off and making it like he doesn't hold the gun with two hands, but at least we got a chainsword, right? So I got one OG and I got one with the chainsword. Cool. Alright, please do leave a like. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for the Army List show. I was going to say, yeah, that's what I was going for. You know that classic meme where it's like, fly closer, I want to hit them with my sword. That's exactly what I was going for with putting a chainsword into that guy's hand. So, good night. I gotta run. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.